I mean, Patrice always used to talk about that. He told me once. He goes, Joe, if you want to walk the righteous path, you got to take there's a cost. He goes, you can't be about the ethics and not take your lumps, man. He was like, it's and I agree with that, and people, I don't do this anymore, but I would have to catch myself when I'd see somebody on late night and I'd feel jealous. I'd have to step back and go, dude, you decided a long time ago the process of late night was annoying and the reward was not high enough.
Yeah.
So you stopped fucking trying to do it.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed now to be upset when you see somebody on late night. You see what I'm saying?
God, you're like blowing my mind right now, dude. you're like I'm having like mini spiritual awakening right now.
How many have you had?
I've had like 6 or 7 of them.
Damn.
Wow.
Dude.
I agree, dude.
love
Because it
talking.
helps. It helps with my own psyche and my daily life. Patrice said to me once this. We were talking about Craig Robinson and Dr. Ken, and they were at the time doing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was at Opie, and this is when obviously he's alive. And and Patrice goes, you and I will never be them.
Right.
And I go, what do you mean? We're not going to ever get to that, even their level of success. And I go, why? He goes, because we don't know how to do that. We're who we are, authentic ourselves. And when we go to parties, you and I, do you leave early? I go, these industry parties, I go, I don't even go at all. He goes, me too. He goes, me too. Yeah. He goes, I don't know how to schmooze, and you and I are the same. We don't know how to do all those things.
I do
go,
an
you're
equivalent.
right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I don't leave early. I do, but an equivalent of that. I go and I get fucking tanked.
you burn the bridge that way.
And then I'm the last guy there.
You burn the bridge. Yeah. You're that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. They could jump in the pool, right? And they're like, who's this fucking freak? Stitch Fix. You guys, I love fashion, but I don't like shopping. And you know what my dream was years ago? My dream was somebody that knew what I liked and just got me that stuff. Right? So I would open up the door and a magical box would be there and it's glowing. You know what I mean? And it makes a noise like, right? And I open it, and that's what Stitch Fix is. Basically, you take a quiz, right? And you fill it out, and you tell them what you like. And then magically, a box comes, and everything in there is stuff that you wanted.
That's your vibe.
That's your vibe. And then what you do is, this is one thing that you don't like, you can just send it back. That one thing.
Yeah, it's so easy and fun to get started. First, take a few minutes to set up your Stitch Fix style profile, answer a few questions about what you like to wear, what you don't, and how open you are to trying new styles. And it's basically like having your own personal stylist.
Yeah, sign up today at stitchfix.com/belly to get $20 off your first purchase. That's stitchfix.com/belly to get $20 off your first purchase. Limited time offer, purchase within 2 days of sign up.
Ship station. Ship station. You guys, we have an online business, and we wouldn't have one without ShipStation. ShipStation gives e-commerce sellers like you and me more time to do what they really love, unless what you really love is managing every single little detail of order fulfillment. How boring. ShipStation automates time-intensive shipping processes so you can get back to focusing on bigger things like developing new products, honing your marketing strategy, or interacting with customers.
And it works with all of your storefronts, so Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and more. And it also lets you automate all of the manual work that goes into shipping. And you can easily compare carriers, rates, and delivery time, so it's easy to choose the best option for every shipping scenario.
It's time to let go of all those shipping tasks. ShipStation can do it better and faster. Sign up using promo code BELLY for a free 60-day trial today at ShipStation.com and start saving time with every shipment. That's 2 whole months of shipping made quick and painless. And it's free to try. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in BELLY. ShipStation. Make
ship happen!
Yeah, but yeah, I like Craig, but Patrice.
No, I love them.
No, I know.
I love them too, and I wish
I'm not-
I had their
yeah.
careers.
I don't though. Craig has a spirit that I don't have.
Right.
Craig has a positive. Craig is joyful.
He's a joyful guy.
I'm not joyful,
I know me either.
and I find being joyful exhausting.
Why aren't we joyful? I want to be joyful.
You don't,
Why? Joy's good.
but you're a pretty happy-go-lucky.
I'm not. Ask them.
He was crying before.
I
God.
cry. I'm a disaster.
You're in a turbulent time right now.
No. You're right.
You are.
You're absolutely right. I am turbulent right now, right? It's a little rocky, but I feel great. I do. But I'm just, my normal state though is, you know what I mean? Is everything okay?
Right.
I mean, that's the real me. I wake up and instead of going, I want coffee, I go, is everything okay?
Right.
Is my lungs working? I hope bad things don't happen.
So, different people are wired in different ways. I saw Patrice do something once, and I related to it so much. And I was like, and that was without him saying it to me. That was the moment where I was like, probably one of my moment with him at least, where I was like, there's just different people in this business. But I was at Just for Laughs. I was opening for him for his one-man show, and the show was sold out, and some like lady on the staff like got flippant with him and dismissive or something, and he called like the venue manager in, and he started complaining to him about the woman, and he goes, motherfucker, I will walk down the street. And I was like, I relate to that so fucking much.
Wait,
Because
what was he trying to do? Get the girl removed?
he was like, how dare your fucking staff talk to me like that? I sold this place out. Tell your
So what did the staff say to him?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But he was basically like saying like, your staff is being rude to the guy that just sold this place out.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't give a fuck about this money. I will leave on principle. And I was like, and he said it aggressively. And I related so much because I'm like, that's what I would do. I
would do the same thing.
But it's a moment of realization where you go, if you're not the guy that goes, whatever, man, that's you, take care of yourself. You know what I mean? The guy that can go take care of
Sebastian
yourself.
Maniscalco
Right.
is like that. He doesn't, he's like, whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like he's more like that. And
Yeah.
I know guys like,
Every famous guy I know is like that.
yeah. But,
Well, they're like that with the people they need to be like that with.
oh, you think so?
Then
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
them with other people and you're like, oh, you're a demon.
Yeah.
You just know how to keep the demon at bay. That's what it is. You and I don't know how to keep the demon at bay.
I do though, in certain
Do you?
circumstances.
Oh.
There's certain
Whew, I have a hard time.
like when I'm okay, so if I'm shooting Magnum PI, right, I can let out a couple of frustrations. Like, how long is this gonna take?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right. I could just yell that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are you sitting there? Or whatever, right? But when I'm on Sex in the City,
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
watched that whole thing. I loved watching you on that.
fuck you.
I did. I liked it. I hated Che. I hated the Che character.
love her.
And
great.
I'm not saying she's a bad person.
She's a great person.
I didn't like the character.
Never saw it. She's
And
a
I
great
didn't
person.
like what it did with. I didn't like what they did with Miranda. I didn't like the Che Miranda thing.
Oh, I see.
Not because of who the actors are. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
mean I didn't like what they did. But I liked the show. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Sex and the City fan.
I'm going back.
And I thought it was. Are they doing another season?
Yeah, in October.
I thought it was fucking light years better than either of the movies.
Oh, cool.
And I'm so sad that Kim Cattrall's not there.
Really?
It genuinely makes me sad.
Oh, that's. Are you being real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get angry. Fuck. So, when I'm there in October, maybe we'll. Do you have a podcast?
Yeah.
I'll do
I
yours.
have a podcast.
I'll do yours.
Yes. Yeah. You don't see anything.
I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's what? Don't.
No, I go on shows and I love the
Please.
show. Can I come on? And then I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
come on, Taste
Yeah,
Buds.
I know that you have one.
Me
but,
and Sal, Volcano. We do Taste Buds.
Oh, I love. Isn't
Yeah.
he in the jokings?
Yeah, the joking.
They do the jokes.
The impractical.
The pranks.
Yeah.
I like this. Like Jackass, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
don't know
That's
who-
dicks. Less
Do you have
dick.
dicks?
No, I'm saying it's less dicks.
Less dick. Yeah, less dicks. Yeah,
But yeah,
more
come on,
wholesome.
Taste Buds. I love that.
It's called Taste Buds?
Yeah, it's fun.
Does Sal like me? I don't know if he knows who I am.
I'm sure he likes you.
I don't know if
I'm
he
sure he
does.
does. Sal likes. He rarely has a problem with somebody.
Yeah. No, can I ask you another question? But do you have any interest of acting?
I've acted.
Okay, don't get
No.
He has a huge resume.
like give me some.
Here's the only
Better
reason.
Call Saul. Saul.
That's huge.
Son. Pete
Huge.
Holmes show.
Oh, that's huge.
Well, Saul was huge, but it didn't lead to anything.
Louis.
I'm serious.
Huge.
Chelsea Lately.
Bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Bigger than my credits.
No, I was recurring on Saul, but it didn't lead to anything.
They never do.
They never. But you act pretty
They
consistently.
never do.
So every job for you is I'm auditioning all over, ground zero.
Here's
starting over again.
here's the truth. You never live in the results.
That's good.
Okay?
Way to put it. Yeah.
Because they never do. It's the things that are so unexpected that become the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you could do like, it's never happened for me, but I'm just saying I've seen it happen for other people. You know, they do a commercial that they don't want to be doing, but then that director, you know what I mean, is the next thing and then uses them and then they move on. You know what I mean?
It's like Patton Oswalt's a good example. If you look at the 90s, before he did King of Queens,
yeah.
leading up to it, it's like one foot in front of the other. It's like small part in this, a little bit bigger part in this, a little bit, but it's constant. He's constantly popping up and all like the
Legendary stuff though, like Magnolia.
you know, and like, but then he's like the DJ in Starsky and Hutch.
Oh,
like,
right,
he's just
right.
popping up in all this shit.
Yeah.
And then he's on King of Queens, and it all makes sense. And I thought I might have had a chance to do that, and it just didn't happen. I got so sick of auditioning.
You don't
And-
do it anymore?
I will only audition now if it's a true Zoom audition, like because you don't ever go in person anymore. I will not put myself on tape. I refuse. to.
Why?
I refuse.
Why?
Because it is a waste of fucking time.
Why?
Because I've wasted my time.
You think they don't see it?
I don't think they look at it. I think it's lazy people making another fucking excuse for
They
their job.
fucking see it, man, because I put myself on tape and they better be seeing it.
This was the last.
They better be fucking seeing
This
it.
is the last thing I put myself on tape. Not the last,
Yeah.
but one of the last things I put myself on tape
Yeah.
for was The Offer. I auditioned, and I worked my fucking ass off because I auditioned to play Joe Colombo.
Wow.
I worked my fucking ass off on that audition. And I was like watching tape of him and trying to get his voice down. I mean, I really worked on it. And Giovanni Ribisi gets the...
Right.
Give me a fucking break. I never had a chance.
Yeah.
I never had a fucking chance. I'm shooting myself on my iPad Air.
I know, but that doesn't, I know, but that doesn't necessarily mean they didn't see it. This is what happened.
Wait, let me tell you this. Really?
Yeah.
Eddie Pepitone goes, "Why are you leaving L.A.?" I go, "Eddie, how many times am I got to audition for my living room for Superstore?"
I know, right?
And he goes, "Oh my God, you gotta move!
You gotta move.
yeah. I'm out."
This is what happens. They look at the tape, right, and then they have their top three,
Right.
But then they always have an offer to somebody else. So they always have an offer to like a big name, right? So they audition you guys, like us, right? For we're like just in case our dreams don't come true and we don't get the one we want, right? And then we'll have to battle out with these three. So it's a 1 in a million chance, but that doesn't necessarily mean
Everything I ever got was because a casting director truly worked with me on it. Everything. Gail Keller, who's amazing, she auditioned me. I met her because I auditioned for Bored to Death. I auditioned for Zach's part.
Wow.
And I didn't get it, obviously. Then she brought me back, and I got another part, on a small part, but it was on an episode. You know, it was a good scene with Zach and Schwartzman. And then after that, she brought me in for Louis. And I read for a part, and she goes, "Do you have time?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "I want you to read for a different part in a different episode." And I go, "Okay." And she gave me this thing to read for, and I got it. She then brought me in to audition for, there was a third, I forget. When I got Better Call Saul, the casting director sat there with me for 30 minutes with the scene and was giving me direction and going like, bring it down farther, bring it down. Now I want you to do it like this. Every fucking thing I ever booked, it was a casting director that gave a shit. And now that suddenly the industry standard is just shoot yourself from home. And then when they started sending specifics, be in front of a white wall, make sure it's a 3/4. I was like, go fuck yourselves. Do your fucking job.
Yeah. You know when they say that?
Yeah.
You know when they say that?
Doesn't do it.
You know where do we do it?
We do it in the most
In here!
most
TGI
colorful,
Fridays!
distracting
Everything's
background.
out there. I don't give a. I go the opposite direction. They go, wear a cop uniform. I wear a fucking nurse's outfit. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Did you get
You know what I mean? You're what I mean? You're an athlete. I wear I gain weight. I don't give a fuck. Listen, we do against this with the neon. I show everything. And they was well, it's so busy in the background. What really?
fuck
Well,
off.
go fuck it. Fuck it.
off.
Here's two things I want to say based on what you just said. Okay, my friend. All right. There's two reasons, right? I've had that where I've gone in and the casting director is working with you, like, listen, smaller or whatever it might be, right? Or you know what I mean? Well, read this part. But every job I've ever gotten, right? It's always a director or a producer or somebody going, they're a fan. They were a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we love you. I wrote it for you. Or like when I did Borderlands, it was Eli Roth going, oh no, I wanted you and Tim Dillon in this. I mean, it didn't work out with Tim, but at least I got you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's always like, you know what I mean? That. It's never like, you know what here's what my agents have never done. And this I tell them this every day. I go, for once, guys, I want this to happen. I want to be on set. I want some huge director to go, yeah, I never really heard about you, but your agent really sold me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he really got my mind wrapped around, and now I'm a fan. You know what I mean? It's never that. It's always like, oh no, I could have been with nobody and still gotten most of the shit that I've gotten.
That's what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. When Burr started booking everything, every time he told me the story, it was always, I worked with the guy on this, or they liked me on this, or whatever. And with Saul, unfortunately, I love Peter Gould and Vince Gilligan and everybody, Thomas, everybody over there is great. But unfortunately, we live in a very different era of television. And it's not, I mean, people come up to me and tell me, Better Call Saul is my favorite TV show. Who are you? I'm a fucking key component character on the show. I'm only on once or twice a season, but I'm a key motherfucker. I showed Saul the black book. Like that he has in Breaking Bad. It's my book.
Yeah.
And people are like, who are you? I'm like, motherfucker, do you watch the fucking show? I'm the vet. And they're like, oh my God,
yeah.
It's just a different era of TV. It isn't what it was, man. 10 years ago, that probably would have opened a few doors, but it's just not that. So I said, I'm going to back off on auditioning. I'm going to focus on stand-up. I'm going to focus. I've been published for my fiction writing and stuff. I'm very lucky, so I try to keep doing that. I do my stand-up. I do my 2 podcasts, and I opened a bar and
for me, it's like, what do I want to do with my time? I mean, I want to hang out with you guys and talk to certain people, but then what am I going to do? It's like I'm selling enough tickets for me, for my own good, where I'm like, I don't need to do anything else, anything more than this. It's like there's a problem. It's just problems.
Fucking star.
No, I'm not.
This guy.
No, I'm not.
He's at a different level. He's this star.
No. You sell
Hear his tone? Oh, I do Madison Square Garden now, so I don't
No,
wanna
the
fuck
theater
with
at
the little
Madison
people.
Square
What the
Garden,
fuck?
not the real Madison Square Garden, the little one. But you sell twice as many tickets as I do. But I'm telling you, me and my own world.
I don't sell I don't sell tickets like you do.
Yes.
And that's a factual event.
Are you? Yes,
Yeah.
you guys do. You have much
Together.
Okay, but you have much bigger podcasts and you probably have more podcasts views, more money coming in, more tickets being sold. But I'm saying
That's
I'm
not
okay.
true. That's not true, but I'll let you have it.
I'm saying I'm okay. I'm okay with what I have in my life. That's why I don't need to go do all the podcasts. I just want to talk to the people I want to talk to. I don't care if I get, because I'm saying if you told me, oh, you'll sell more tickets doing this, but I don't want to talk to them. At one point in my life, I do that, but now I'm like, I'd rather just have lunch with Dickie.
Okay. Let me ask you another question then. All right, let's divert from your own ego.
Ego is the enemy.
I'm totally kidding. You're a humble guy.
No, I'm not.
And I love you. And I honestly think I honestly think that my honest truth is, I just think you're one of the funniest guys on planet Earth. Let's move on from that.
Well, tell the people in Kansas City that because the tickets aren't selling.
That's a tough market.
It is.
You know what I mean?
The Uptown Theater. Shout out to Uptown Theater.
Yeah, it's a tough market.
Not doing well.
So, do you have a fear? Because sometimes this fear arises within me because I'm a human being. I'm very sensitive.
Right.
That this, because we kind of hit the jackpot.
You did. 100%.
No, you did. Too.
No, you guys did.
We all
We
did.
We
all
all
did.
did. We all did.
We all did.
We all did.
Okay, sorry. George, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Vicky, I'm sorry. Let's go back to being relaxed and namaste
we all
about
did.
this, okay?
Okay.
And do you fear that it's going to go away one day?
No, because I feel that even if it does go away, I would just be thankful for the time I had with it because that's what having kids, my whole life is about. My kids, as long as my kids are taking it, like you said, you're going to take this away from me, but my kids will still be okay, then I wouldn't care. And I would just be like, what a great few years I
I don't
had.
have any kids.
I know, but
I don't have that thing.
are you gaping?
I'm keeping right now.
Yeah.
This is all
But
I
that's
have.
okay, but it's okay if you guys don't have kids. It's okay.
We're not even together anymore. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
What?
That was so good. God, you're
Quick.
so quick. So good, dude.
Quick.
You know what? That's Madison Square Garden comedy.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Radio City sold out. Tickets still available. Theater.
Yeah.
I think that it doesn't matter if you have children or not. It matters like if, I don't think you should base your whole existence and your importance and your well-being and you as a human being on what you're doing in your career. That's what happens in Japan. That's why they have such a high suicide rate in Japan. The suiwui, they call it a suiwui rate. A high suiwui rate in Japan is because they...
Wait.
Is that real?
Write that down because I never heard of that.
Sui wooey?
Suiwui rate.
Suiwui.
Yes, can you write that down, George? Suiwui rate. I got to Google that later because I've never heard that.
The company men.
The Japanese, the company men, they have a high suicide rate, suiwui rate, because they identify only with their career. That's all they are. That is embroidered with them.
What's that suiwui forest that they love
The Sui Forest.
in Japan?
Oh yeah,
Where they could kill themselves.
it's a haunted suiwui.
Yeah, I love that suiwui forest.
Yeah.
Because you go in there and you're like, oh, there's a bird.
Yes.
As you do.
Right.
In a forest.
Right.
There's a tree. As you do.
Yeah.
There's a yellow body hanging from the tree. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different. That's a suiwui thing.
That's a suiwui thing, and it happens.
Yeah.
And it's because they there's
They're
more to
little-
life than just your career and money.
They're little people. How do they
They are
get
little.
up? How do they get up there?
Because they're little, they have less weight. They can get up there quicker. It'd be harder for
Like
me
a
to get
spider,
up there.
like a spider monkey.
Yes.
They go up there, right?
If you
Yes.
had to Sui wooey, how would you do it?
I would go to the suiwui forest.
That's how?
That's where all the kids are doing it there.
Okay.
Probably Steve
would-
Aoki's playing there. I just imagine it's
Yeah.
sort of like a party. you know what I
Right.
mean?
I think I would choose medication. Like I wouldn't want to hang myself or hurt myself. I would want to take a bunch of pills. Maybe I'd take like a bunch of Ozempic and just slowly something, you know what I
not
mean?
your
Like a bunch of
thyroid?
pills. Yeah. I would do
but
pills.
that's a very pretty girl way to Sui wooey.
I
He's a
feel
pretty
like
girl.
a girl. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
more connected with females than I do males. But I'm not gay, and I don't pretend to be. But I do feel more like a woman than a man. But I'm still attracted to only women. I think my personality, my soul, might be a gay woman. So therefore, I'm still with women and only attracted to women.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm a gay woman.
I understand.
Yeah,
I would kill myself with Propecia
nice.
because I want a full head of hair when they find me.
I have a full head of hair.
I know, but even thicker.
Oh, you
like
want it to
maybe
be
some on my
thick.
face even.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if I took like 300 Propecia,
yeah.
don't you think I would look like this guy?
You would.
But on the upper cheek, maybe.
No, but the thing is, Koreans, they can't grow facial hair. It's almost impossible. You can't ever get that. Nobody in Korea has that. Who has that in Korea? Seriously.
And seriously, I'm going to tell you something. All right, in a year from now, you're going to look at my face and you're going to go, they can do it
in Turkey. In Turkey.
in Turkey.
What do you mean in Turkey?
Beard transplant.
Oh, beard transplants in Turkey. Okay,
About
yeah.
in Turkey.
But I'm talking about natural Koreans.
natural.
Two
Okay.
things. They can't really grow facial hair, and they don't have any smell to their sweat.
That's true.
That's an enzyme thing.
That's
a fact.
absolutely true. And we
So-
don't have Brazilian butts.
You do have Brazilian butts. Yeah.
Who?
You said Koreans do.
You've seen a Korean with a Brazilian butt?
Wait, Brazilian butts are. Oh, you're
big
talking about
butts.
BBL or just a big butt?
The kind that Brazilians have.
She's a big butt then.
The thing is with Koreans, men and women have the same butt. You can't tell a man from a woman from the butt. You can in other cultures, but not Korean. It's true.
What it is?
At least in South Korea. I don't know North Korea. They don't have that footage.
Let me just show you. So what you're saying,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm serious.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to do this. Did you hear his voice?
I don't want to do
Turn it
this.
this way.
Sit here. Come on, Don. Get it on.
Thick,
Don doesn't want to be on podcast. He's in the writer's strike.
We'll blow your face off.
Yeah.
We'll blow your face off, right? So you're at a Korean strip club.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's going on.
Don't look above the
So
tits.
can I get some strip club music, please?
Gil.
Boom, 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 boom. Everybody! He's really rubbing it, dude. Everybody!
Woo! Yeah. Yep.
From the front, he would know. You would have to
From the
just back
front.
up.
But not from the back. Not from the back at all. You can't tell who
know
that was,
why-
guy
do
or
you know
girl.
why- Do you know why I turned around?
Tell me.
Because from behind, he was already sold on it.
Right.
So in his mind, he's like, I don't care what gender now.
Right.
So now I can reveal myself.
Right.
And he still smiled.
Right.
So that's a Korean trick.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's what
I like. Yeah.
That's what you're doing in the Korean War, man.
Yeah. Korean War.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that war enough.
Whoa, you want to go to history?
No, not really. I'm
tired of it.
I actually don't know much about the Korean War.
Me either.
But it was bad. I know that it was bad.
But do you? There's two things I want to ask you. Okay.
Yes.
Let's history. Let's put that aside.
Okay.
Here's another thing that I want to ask everyone in the room. Okay. And this is something that's been plaguing me for the last 10 years. And you're gonna think it's a joke, and you think it's gonna be like, oh, what is he even talking about, right? But it's a real concern for me. Okay. DraftKings! DraftKings Rainmakers football is back, y'all, for its second season. And it's bigger and better than ever before. Head to DraftKings.com/audio and sign up to play Rainmakers today with code BELLY for your share of over $30 million in prizes this football season. This week, new customers can claim their first pack or digital player cards for free to get started. DraftKings!
Playing Rainmakers football is simple. Each DraftKings digital card represents an athlete and scores points based on their real-world performance.
Draft them into weekly contests for your shot at a share of $30 million in prizes, or sell them anytime on DraftKings Marketplace. DraftKings!
This contest requires no fee to join as long as you have enough cards to complete a lineup. Rip packs, build your collection, and earn big rewards.
Honestly, like we love using DraftKings when we do UFC fights and stuff like that. It's so fun to do, guys.
Wondering how to get started? New customers visit DraftKings.com/audio today and use promo code BELLY to claim a free starter pack only at DraftKings.com/audio with code BELLY. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Rainmakers contest not available in certain states. One starter pack per customer. Starter pack player cards aren't eligible for resale. See terms at DraftKings.com/Rainmakers.
But it's a real concern for me, okay? And also, it makes me feel like I'm dumb and I don't understand things. Do you think that I'm dumb?
Do I think that you're dumb? I don't think that you could achieve the level of success you have if you were.
And we created, throughout the entire summer, we created somewhat of an NBA bubble. When people came to summer camp, you had to get tested. As soon as you got there, you got tested every 3 days. We didn't go outside of the people that we fucked around with.
Yeah.
In the cornfield, people were they had the temperature checks. It was a cornfield, so they could do the social distancing. You know, we did everything. And then as the summer went on, I was like, wait a minute. This is not going on in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But we're creating Hollywood.
Yeah.
From the guests that came, and this summer, David Letterman, Jon Stewart, Bill
it was
Burr,
insane.
Chris Tucker, Bob Saget, fucking
Even the women, Ali Wong, Chelsea Handler, Michelle
Wolf, Mo Amer.
Yeah, I get it.
No,
it was everybody.
No,
the top, the cream of the crop.
And guess where they? guess where they were?
Where?
Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? The point I'm making is like, while we so connected to Hollywood, we need Hollywood. But I realize in that situation, we are Hollywood and we can create our own Hollywood. How effective, doing this when this pandemic first kicked off, how effective was your booking agent? How effective was your agent? They almost disappeared.
Yeah, I don't talk.
They almost disappeared.
Yeah.
And you like, wait a minute.
It's funny because for me, in a way, you know what I mean, I had, I had created, an income for myself aside from the Hollywood machine, right? So it's like this podcast here. I have another one with Andrew Santino, right? These are two things that I created on our own.
The dopest thing about it is that nobody can take it away from you.
Yeah, so I don't give.
In fact, when we first started podcasting 5 years ago, they wanted nothing to do with it because it just didn't seem like something.
I called people. I go, hey, can you help? And like, well, it's not our business. It's a hobby. So do it on your own.
Now every agent's trying to get some of that podcast.
Right. But they're not going to touch it.
They can't get it.
They can't get it. Yeah.
But it's interesting because for me, and with my relationship with podcasts and everything, I thought it was like just some white boy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're real. It started.
Why?
Because white boys listened. White boys was into it. You gotta listen. I'm telling you, I thought it was some white boy shit. And like, I have a young son, right? My son is 5 years old.
So cute. Oh.
Right? And for years, I've been a road rat. And kind of the birth of my podcast, or somewhat of the idea, came from me having a conversation with Joe Rogan, right? And I was like, yeah, man, getting kind of like, I have to go on the road because that's how I support myself. But then I said, it's getting tough because I got to leave my son. And I said, then I want to maybe, I said, but I don't make Hollywood money. We were talking about outside. I said, I don't make Hollywood money. I said, but I may need to try to connect more with more acting gigs and stuff like that. I said, I don't make no Hollywood money. And Rogan was like, start a podcast. And I was like, nigga. And then I said, I need some money. And then I Googled his net worth and shit. I was like, let's revisit that. So how do you start? You need a producer, you need so-and-so.
Yeah.
And I had thought about it, but I knew I had this. Another thing was discouraging for me because I've never been a person on YouTube like that. And I had just not even being active on YouTube, I think I had 20,000 subscribers that I wasn't doing anything with. But then I had a conflict with somebody who was doing my social media, whatever, and they just shut down all my shit. So I went from that 20,000, which would be a good start, to 0. And I'm like, Joe, I get the podcast shit, but then I'm going to have to start all over. He was like, it's simple. You do a podcast. I'll promote it on all my platforms. You go do everybody else's podcast, and next thing you know, I was like, I don't know these white people like that, right? And I'm like, and another dilemma I had was, I'm an outgoing person, but I'm not the friendliest person when it comes to like asking someone for something.
Oh, right.
Because I was like, podcast, you have to guess. Podcast, I was like,
I'm similar.
I'm like this, man, I don't want to call anybody and say, could you be on my podcast? Because everybody's saying, could you be on my podcast? So I said, I got to do a podcast. It's just going to be me, right?
Yeah, I'm a baby about it too. Like if I ask somebody to do my podcast and they go, I'm pretty busy, buddy, I will never ask again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. It's not because I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to get rejected again.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to put
Especially
myself
coming
out there.
from your childhood, being rejected in your family. I know how tough that could be.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I hit something. He was like, who told him?
What the fuck?
No, no
Holy
Korean people.
shit.
No Korean parents love their kids. We all know
Motherfucker.
that.
Holy
But
shit.
I get it. It's like this. And I told myself, I said, I'd rather just do the podcast just by myself. I was like, oh my God, I have to learn how to talk to just myself. You know what I mean? I was like, and my idea of my podcast was, I was like, I want to start it with just me. I tried that once. I quit my own podcast the first time. I sat down and I tried to do everybody podcast in one podcast.
Yeah.
I had some Bert, I had some you in my podcast. I just said, I was going to do everybody's shit. First black guy to bring it all to one. And I was in front of that camera for 20 minutes and I just quit. I just did like this. I started taking shit off. I was like, man, I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah.
And the producer said, what are you doing? I said, I quit. He said, you can't just quit. I said, whose podcast is it? He said, it's good. I was like, well, I quit. And not only that, I fire you for telling me I can't quit. I walked off the camera. But then I didn't want to be a bitch, right?
Yeah.
And you see me walk off like, fuck that. And then you see me do like this.
I love it.
And I started because the thing about it was I had nobody to bounce off or anything, right? And then I was like, oh, that's not going to work. And then I connected with a young lady.
She's good.
Oh,
The one that you're doing it with.
I had two. Who do you speak of?
The one
When's the last time? Is she black or white?
is black?
Yeah, because I didn't start with
Question
a black.
mark?
Yeah.
I didn't start with a black coat. I started with a white coat.
Yeah, no, I only saw the black one.
Yeah, I saw the white one. I mean, I started with the white one.
Yeah, I fucked the white one.
I didn't. No, I'm sorry, I didn't. Every time you say white woman, I want to say I did. You did.
I'm not saying fuck them.
You did.
I didn't fuck no white one. Right? But you.
You did.
I have.
No, you
in my life. I fucked a white girl in my life.
No,
I
you
have.
fucked the one.
Did I really?
Yes.
Which one? What's her name?
But later, after. But just say it. We'll believe.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Hold on. Who is it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
white woman. I didn't
Yes.
fuck. Did you fuck? What are you?
Yeah.
How long have you been following? You fucked her.
Yeah. All right, but don't say that. We can't say that on the thing.
Why can't you?
Yeah.
It's not her name.
Huh?
Wait, well, she's talked about it.
She's talked about it?
Yes.
All right, okay, yeah.
On air.
It's
yeah.
small.
Yeah.
Did she say that?
Okay, women don't say I fucked the person. They say I dated.
They dated,
Okay, my bad.
dated.
All right. So I didn't know
Tomato,
that.
tomato.
So you did it with her at first.
Yeah.
But I only saw that you're doing
With
it
Javanta.
with Javantas.
Yeah. I started with, and I got it. I don't have to hear to talk shit about because she was already in the podcast world, right? And she was very supportive and because everything, and we were good friends.
Yeah.
We still maintain a relationship. But it was like when I would see her, she would talk about it, and I kept talking about it. She was like, "Fuck it, let's just go do it."
Yeah.
So I honestly have to say, between Joe Rogan, my guy, Andy Singer, Bearded Humor, and they was the ones that said fucking do it. So
Yeah.
I started with her. We did like 4 or 5 episodes, and we had a good chemistry. We went back and forth. We fought. We had good days, whatever. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out.
I didn't like
that's
you.
when
I didn't like you when I first met you. I have to say something.
you telling me that you didn't like me.
Yeah. At first,
Wait a minute. What?
I know. I wanted. I just because in my head
Do
I'm
you
like,
guys rewind and go back to the fucking
No.
endearing shit?
no, I know. Just listen to me, right? I didn't know you, right? I'd see you around, and I didn't know. So my opinion in you was pretty indifferent. Now, it wasn't like I didn't like him, right? I just saw him on stage. I go, oh my god, he's a beast, right? Yeah. But this is years ago, by the way, right? And I remember one time, I don't know why it popped in my head. I remember one time I was at the Laugh Factory, and you walked in with your son. Your son was young,
Yeah.
on your shoulders,
Right.
And
That was an Asian night, I think, too.
yeah.
It was. I
Yeah,
went
I'm like, what the
upstairs.
fuck is this guy doing at an Asian night?
Yeah.
I was so highly offended.
Yeah, Asian people love me.
I know.
No, they
I
love
was
me.
totally kidding.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so when I saw you with your son, I went, oh, like literally. Shut up for a second, all right? Everyone, it made me. I never wanted a kid until I saw that
Donnell with it.
Donnell with his kid.
Yeah.
Because I always think of Donnell in my mind, kind of like me. You know, he's got he looks like a black golem. Look at his body.
Right?
Skinny arms, real weird.
Yeah, we're shaped alike.
Yeah, we're shaped similar,
We are.
right? He's not buff.
Yeah.
All right. And also comedy wise, he's just so funny. The funniest is that Michael Jackson cocaine bit that you did. So fucking funny. But anyway, and when he was just there to give his son, you know what I mean, a tour of the club and how close he is and what a good dad he is.
I wanted my son to see, because he knows I'm a comedian.
Right.
But I wanted him to be around the comedy vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I even talked to you about it, I think, on a show about like what fatherhood means to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you took yourself out of the game or even consider whatever, but it's an amazing feeling. And then, but it's so weird because I had my son later in life. We talked about this too, where I had got to the point where I'm like, you're not going to have no kids, right? I told myself, and you have to be mentally prepared for that because it could fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? I said, I got nieces, I got nephews, I got a career, whatever. And I wasn't going to go crazy about it. But then when it happened, it was super exciting. And then when I talk to certain people, man, I just kind of look in their face and kind of can tell sort of what they need.
Yeah, let me ask you something. When you look at your kid, because I see a bond and a closeness, and he loves you so fucking much.
Listen to this.
Okay.
I like to be.
This song he wrote for me the other day out of nowhere.
man.
Listen.
I like to be with you, and I like to play with you all day long with you. This is my great daddy for my life, 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 life. And then I like playing with before he leaves. And then I give him a hug. And then we say goodbye. But he'll always come back tomorrow. For the day yesterday. If you can remember.
That was okay. I know you guys don't have time. That was the second song. This is the first one he wrote.
He's a whole
Bro,
album. He's a
calm
whole
down, calm down, calm down. I'm fucking crying right now.
No, listen. This is the first one he wrote.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'll climb every mountain.
Take your time.
And swim every ocean. Just to be with you. Because I really love you. Because I play with you. And I so care about you. And I like you awake. In me. And I like you hug in me.
And he hugged me.
Oh, I love you.
Oh man, that's the greatest song.
All right, okay, I know.
Yo, son.
Enough of this bullshit, man.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I know.
But I'm telling you, bruh. That's my.
Fuck you, man.
And I respect. Listen.
Oh.
What you said about you had reservations about me or whatever. If I could have, it's two things I would want my peers to respect me for.
Okay.
One of them is being a dope-ass comedian and one of the best to do it. I don't care about building relationships outside of the stage, like the respect that I always felt like, me personally, that I want you to respect what I do as a craft of that. And the second thing is me as a father. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about it on the other show, and I didn't have the connection like that with my dad. He was around, he was in and out of prison, whatever. So when I'm with my son, I always want to create the memories that
money. I'd like to actually, clearly I wait for quinceañeras and birthday parties to freaking do that. Yeah. But even then, I'm like, I feel like I'm sharing it. By throwing a party, I'm sharing that with other people, because I can't eat all that food and enjoy all that, by myself. It's more of like, I want to enjoy it.
Wait, how old is Vinny?
Vinny is 12.
But does he get a version of a quinceañera when he turns 15?
No, he's a boy. I still love him.
Yeah.
But Hispanic boys don't get.
And you know what? Also with Vinny, I think that something for him would be if I was to get someone to babysit Risa.
Yeah.
So that it could just be the two of us. Because he just wants to be with me, be all up on me. Like he stares at me. He just stares. And you could just tell. He's just like, I love you. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like And if he sees me get up off the couch, he's where you going? Can I come? Everything is where you going? Can I come?
Yeah.
And so, with him, I think I would just need to have one-on-one time.
Yeah.
He would want that more than a party.
Cats are different. I have one cat, Bojo, and he looks at me like this, but the look is, who are you? Like I feel like sometimes my cat doesn't even know who the fuck I am. I don't know. I mean, do cats get like spinal bifida and stuff?
I'm sure cats can suffer a lot of the same illnesses.
I didn't know.
Issues like all of us.
Yeah, I'm not a vet, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But here's what I fear though. Do you ever? And I hate to drag it down to this level, but it's like I've never, because the 7 animals I have right now are the real only animals I've ever owned. So I've never been through a passing, the devastation of that. And is that unhealthy to think about? when I look at my animals, I go, oh my God, they're gonna die one day.
And you're gonna have seven.
I'm gonna have seven heartaches
Yeah.
down the road, and I
And
don't know.
it does suck. It does.
You've
suck.
got- you've
no,
been through
because
it.
I think about it all the time. I feel very, very fortunate that I have a almost 17-year-old dog, because I know a lot of people that lost their pets at, their dogs that specifically around 8, 9, 10, and I'm like, I've had my dog twice as long as some of these people, and I've chosen to have smaller dogs because, it's worked out for me. It's easier to take care of, but I feel lucky that smaller dogs have more longevity.
Do
Like
they
I
go on the
had-
road with you or no?
My dogs live on the road with me.
Oh,
They
cool.
live on the road with me. I had one dog that lived to be almost 19. Whoa. We actually had to put him down. And the only reason we put him down was he went 5 days without eating or drinking. And I'm like, the poor guy's suffering. And then anytime you try to pick him up, it was pain. It was just pain, and that sucked. So that was one of the dogs that I had. Another dog, he lived to be 15, which still is really, really good. But unfortunately, he got sick and passed. And now I have a 12-year-old, and I have the almost 17.
Yeah.
And the vet, my dogs, by the way, they got better health care than my family. Okay, I take them to the vet twice a month.
Wow.
Twice a month, they get injections of like vitamins and just no, seriously, you're laughing, dude.
Yeah, I know.
They get, I
get it.
I take my dogs to the same place Jeannie Buss takes her dogs, the same place where,
Damn.
the Lisa Vanderpump. It's the place to go if you want.
Where is it?
It's there's a couple spots. Santa Monica, because he's got a couple locations.
Yeah. I mean, do we have good doctors?
Yeah, we do.
We do?
We do.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Because I want the best, like, yeah.
Stubbs just went to the vet today, and you didn't know about it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he got bit by a spider on his snout.
Yeah.
So he has a little like blood pimple there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A spider bump?
Spider bite.
Okay,
Spider
fine.
bite.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Oh, I want to.
But anything that goes wrong with my dogs, I don't flinch. With me,
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have a gash, and I'm like, I'm just
Yeah.
pressure, But anything happens with my dogs, man, they're there.
And they sleep on the same bed?
Yeah. Well, I put a dog bed on the bed, and I put them in it to create a boundary. Otherwise, if I roll over, that's it. I'm not trying to be like, but.
Yeah.
My dogs are the size of this little box right here, so they like to burrow and tuck in.
Oh, right.
And all it takes is a sneeze or a fart, and then so I put them in their bed, their blankets and stuff like that, but they're still at the same level. That's all they want, is to be able to see you and be close to you.
Yeah. That's fucking amazing.
But yeah, they live on the road. They're always on a tour bus. They're always on an airplane. They're go.
Yeah. And then, so you do tour buses mainly?
Yes. So I'll take a fly. We'll fly private to the location where the bus is, and then the bus picks us up, drives us to the few locations that we need to go to, and then on the last day, the plane is waiting for us, and then flies us home.
Well, because me and Andrew, I've been doing a tour bus, and they told me not to poo.
Oh, that is the number one rule. So yeah, if you got to go number 2,
But I poo.
if you go number 2, you
pooed.
either gotta tell the bus driver to pull over so you can go number 2, or do a thing called hot bagging.
What's hot bagging?
Tell me about that.
Hot bagging is when you're on the bus or an RV or whatever, and there's the toilet. And if you got to go number 2, you got to get a plastic bag like from the grocery store, and you got to basically line the toilet. And
take it with you.
So you go in the bag, and then you tie it like a little potty bag for a dog.
Yeah.
And then take it off the bus.
Because at 4 a.m, I was, because, I give Andrew the back, right? So I was on the side. I woke up, it's like 4 a.m. We're in Montana, driving somewhere, right? And I had the urge. But it was a 10-second window. There was no going to the driver.
Time.
There was nothing. I had to make a decision. And the decision was to poo.
Yeah.
Without the bag.
I get it.
Yeah. And I did
You
it.
raw dog the toilet.
I
You raw dog the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got pregnant, dude. Yeah. It got pregnant.
Little tiger bellies.
Yeah. Right. But then I thought, this is going to be fine. I went back and I could smell it from so they were right. They were right. You shouldn't do it.
So that is the rule, especially when leasing, and if there's only one toilet.
Yeah.
That was for me my biggest flex. I was having a conversation with Bert Kreischer, and we were talking about you can't go number 2. I said I go number 2 all the time, and they're like, How?
Yeah.
I said, well, there's 2 bathrooms and I own the bus, so I do what I want. I go, that's my flex. Is I go. As a matter of fact, I refuse to use the gas
You
station.
bought your own bus.
Bought my own bus.
Oh, we got our own bus.
And my toilet in the back, it's not like a regular, like an RV toilet with a little, the cover that opens.
Yeah.
It's a legit flushing toilet. There's like there's plumbing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
So you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do people on the who's on the bus?
And because it's a real toilet and real plumbing,
Yeah.
you don't smell anything.
Whoa.
Because it's its own separate, tank.
Yeah.
Whereas the one in the front, that's still RV status. But the one in the back, that's mine. So it's like it's a toilet, shower, sink, and then closet.
If I was on the bus with you, as I was on the side.
Oh, nobody gets to use it though. So if you would have been like, dude, well, because it's mine in the back.
I understand it's yours,
Yeah.
but in an emergency situation, if I'm in the fucking bus and I wake you up, I knock on the door, I go, hey, yo, Gabe, I have a 15-second window of opportunity here. Can I use your thing? You would still say no?
I would tell you to just go ahead and use the one in the front.
Well, that's betrayal.
No, because you would tell me, and then I'm like, I got to make a choice because I don't know how bad you're gonna bring it. I don't know I don't know if it's just gonna be like a little cylinder, or if you're gonna bring freaking lava. I don't know what the level.
Yeah. If I tell you the level,
But do you really know?
I do know.
Wait, but
I know my body, dude.
I thought I did. I thought I did, and
if you-
I've recently found out I don't know me as well as I thought.
Okay.
if it's a 15-second window, it's gonna be green apple splatters. There's nothing like if
What's up with her and fruit, and vegetation, onions and apples?
There's something going on with you. dude.
if it's an emergency,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be great. Like it's.
I think you're right.
I'd
But
be
I
like,
think
no,
you would have
go.
gone, just go straight, don't even wake me up, and then later on go, by the way, Gabe, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Are there other people on the bus with you, or there's 2 buses?
It shouldn't be this many this time. At one point we had 5.
Wow.
And so now it's just the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. My old tour director got a little carried away with the card. That's
Yeah.
another story. not sure I needed 5 buses. I'm like, it's only one comic. Paid to see, but
Yeah.
So yeah, for the most part, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 other people on the bus, including the driver.
Yeah. That was my first tour on our own with that. It was in terms of like how much a bus costs, and even
You're looking at a minimum to lease a bus $10K a week.
yeah. Ooh. It was. I think we had to give like $100,000 down payment or something on it. It was crazy. Here's another thing that you did for me, and you probably don't remember this. I was in Canada, and I was in a shitty. I think I played like a yuck or something, right? And they dropped me off way early at the airport. And I was in a really bad mood. And also, I think I had coach. Okay? Yeah. And I'm at the airport. What's so funny?
It's just
Why is it funny?
I mean, like the
mine.
Right?
Mine was
Like-
Eddie Murphy.
Wait,
Mine was because when I was 15, I took my mom's credit card and bought tickets to see Eddie at the Coliseum. I saw Raw live.
wow.
Yeah, and and we're at the Coffee Bean.
Yeah.
And I see him,
Eddie Murphy's in the coffee bean.
and I'm like, I walk up to him.
Yeah.
That's why I said at the beginning of the show, do you know how hard it is to give a compliment?
Yeah.
Extremely hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of passion. It's a lot of fear. You don't want to meet your hero.
Yeah.
So when someone gives you a compliment, take it, right? Because that's energy. It's
Yeah.
good energy. So I walked up to him, and just like you, right? The worst, don't even know what to fucking say. I look down and go, Mr. Murphy. He goes, hey, what's up, man? I go, my name is Joe Coy. I'm a comedian. This is like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. I go, I'm a comedian.
Wait. Raw was 25 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. And I was also 15.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The fuck point was that?
Well,
Raw was 35 years
What
ago.
happened 9 years ago? Oh,
Raw
you ran
was
into
35.
Oh, so what you're saying? I thought you meant that you saw Raw, and that same night you ran into Eddie Murphy. No, so you saw Raw back. Just finish. Let me finish. So
Yeah,
you
15,
saw
I was a
Raw, and
stand-up
then many
comedian.
years later you ran into Eddie Murphy at the Coffee Bean.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the story?
This.
Start over.
I'm on board. I'm
I'm not. I need to be on board. So let me ask you something.
Get on board, babe.
So you saw the
Anyways,
Raw. You saw the Raw.
I saw him.
Yeah.
And I walked up to him, heart pounding. I was so nervous. I go, I'm a comedian. You're the reason why I just stand up.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, wow, man. And then, he asked me, he goes, what's your name? I go, Joe Coy. And then he goes, oh, yeah. Wait, this was a long time. Actually, this is a long time ago. This is like 12, 13 years ago. He goes, oh, yeah. I go, yeah. And then he goes, all right. And it's just this awkward look.
Oh.
And I go, I went to Raw when I was 15.
Yeah.
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 And then,
Awkward. Uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Fucking worst.
Yeah.
Fucking worst shit I could possibly.
I have an Eddie Murphy story.
Oh, nice.
So Paulie, my brother and I were at the Comedy Store, and I must have been, I don't know if I had mad at the time. It was before that.
Yeah.
I was still scared of people, right? But I knew Paulie.
Yeah.
Dude, Cedric's performing. You got to watch him. I didn't know who Cedric the Entertainer was. So my brother and I and Paulie sit in a booth. Eddie Murphy. Well, first of all, I have to pee too. Like real bad. You know what I mean? And I remember Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy was packed. They sat at the end of our fucking table.
Yeah.
So you had Eddie Murphy.
Wait, you didn't know who Cedric the Entertainer was?
At the time, I didn't.
You're kidding me.
This is that long ago. Late 90s. Right? They sat at the end of the table, right? And my brother and I, we couldn't really even watch Cedric because we both went, oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
Wait, Eddie sat at your booth?
Yes, at the ends of it. And Charlie was on the other end. I didn't know Charlie at the time, but he looked like Eddie, and I thought maybe he's important too. But my brother and I both, I could see our bodies go, holy fuck.
And they came to watch Ced?
Yeah, to watch Cedric.
That's great.
And I had to pee, and I remember, and they wouldn't move. I sat there for like 30 minutes, right? Pee just dripping out of my dick. Because you can't go, excuse me, Eddie Murphy, I've got pee.
You should have done that.
No, right? So there's no way to go underneath it.
Yeah.
So I just remember going, oh, fuck, uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It was like I had to pee, but then also it was just like a fucking crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Eddie's amazing. Cedric, are you kidding me? Cedric's amazing.
Dude,
I can't believe you didn't know who he was.
Shut up.
He was huge back then.
But now, Joe, you're getting to the point in your career where you're now almost at that level of.
I am there.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It's fucking beautiful.
Because I honestly, like, I'll watch like the kind of stadiums that you sell out. You know, no, don't go. Because bitch, you'll always be my bitch. Don't talk to me like that.
Wow.
Whoa.
I love you.
I love you too.
And I'm so happy for you.
I love you too.
Right? I'm kidding. I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. But, you know, I see, you know, you're doing stadiums now, right? And Radio City Music Hall.
Music.
Yeah, Music Hall, right? The cute Forum, LA Forum, right?
Twice.
And and I go, and I think to
twice.
Twice in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think to myself, oh my God. And I think to myself, he's now there. You know, how does that feel?
It's cool.
It is?
I love it. Yeah.
Or are you the same guy?
Oh, of course. We all are, right?
I know, but do you still have the same fears and all? Because in my mind, I'm like, you know, when you get to that place, like I can sell out a comedy club, all the shows in a comedy club, right? I don't know what it's like to sell out a fucking stadium. You know, when you're backstage, do you feel the same way backstage as you would be at a club?
Well, no, because a club, like selling out a club and selling out an arena is completely.
I know the numbers are different.
No, I'm not saying that, Bobby. Because when you do
this guy.
No, I'm not trying to say. What I'm trying to say is when you take on a club, the club owns everything, right? So you negotiate a deal, door, and that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, I'm in the business.
You don't have to worry about overhead.
I'm in the business, so I know.
I know. What I'm trying to say is overhead and staff comes with the club, right? So the risk isn't as high. So I walk in more relieved. Whereas the forum, the minute I say I'm playing the forum, I'm already in the negative a million. Do you get it?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm in the negative. The minute I announce, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play the forum, I just told everyone I'm minus $1 million.
Right.
So now that fear is involved. So now I have to sell it out.
Right.
That's the only fear that I have. But then you don't look at it like that, because when you go on an arena tour, you literally take on all risk, light, stage, sound, background,
Yeah.
everything.
Because I remember Sebastian going, hey,
Someone's making an espresso.
What is that?
What is that?
Is that gonna blow up?
Oh, there we go.
there we go. Okay, so let's do an unhelpful advice. Hey, by the way, Joe, before we continue, I honestly, since we've been doing it in this building, I haven't had this much fun. And we've had great people in here. No, we've had Spade, a bunch of, I loved Spade, but it's like that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for doing it.
Oh, thank you.
I needed it too because I've been doing so much. I just did Theo's and fucking Tom's, and I've done 9 podcasts last week, and I'm fucking burnt as fuck.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what to fucking talk about, but it just became so easy and fun and combative, and I really am grateful that you came in.
Okay. Can you say it one more time without the shitty look at the end?
No. I
But then I
tried
know
to.
you're sincere.
I'm being sincere.
I know
I
you
tried to do it, but my face went.
I know,
that.
because it hurts.
No,
It hurts.
It hurts to say
that,
it. It hurts to say it.
It hurts that you
To
love
say
me
it.
like you love me
Just
like
say it.
you love me like a brother.
So at the end of our show, as you know, because you've been a guest before, we do an unhelpful advice. People email us stuff, and then they want our help,
Oh, nice.
and so you can help them or not. Go ahead.